newcomer of early childhood education. Today, I want to introduce a kind of teaching theory called scaffolding, which is suggested by psychologist Vygotsky. Briefly, scaffolding theory is a teaching strategy. A teaching strategy that will be used when a person with a good ability teaches a person with a poor ability. For example, teachers teach students, Googles teach beggars, adults teach children, seniors teach novices. Scaffolding theory not only be used in teachers' class, but also be used between peers, or in the family, or in the workplace. Even you have used scaffolding consciously. So today, I would like to know what the scaffolding theory is, and I will teach you teaching strategy to help you teach easily, effectively, and implicitly. So in this talk, first, I will explain what the scaffolding theory is, and second, I will propose the teaching strategies in the scaffolding theory, and last, I will teach you the data to show how helpful the scaffolding theory is. And before the talk, if you have any question according to my talk, please feel free to interrupt as we go along. Leave all your questions at the end of my talk. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Okay, let's start to talk about scaffolding theory. Scaffolding means providing a gradual support at the early stage of learning, and then diminishing support and having learner take on increasing responsibility as soon as she or he is able. Take a riding bicycle, for example. At the early stage of learning bicycle, we will use a bicycle with 2 training wheels as our learning equipment. And as we, at the early stage of learning bicycle, we will learn how to operate the bicycle. And then, when you know how to operate the bicycle, one of the training wheels will be taken away to learn how to get balance during cycling. When your cycling skill become more proficient, the rest of the training wheel will be taken away. The ultimate goal is to enable the learner to ride bicycle independently. Same as the teaching, the ultimate goal of the teaching is to enable the learner to complete tasks or solve a problem independently. So now you have known what a scaffolding theory is. And then I will teach you four teaching strategies. First, understanding learners' ability and characteristics, so that you can know what kind of support and how much support to give. Second, teach learning step by step. We take riding bicycle for example. First, you will let he or she learn operating bicycle and then get it balance. And next, teaching them safety precautions. Third, including clues or some example in teaching. For example, if the learner do not know how to solve the mathematical question, you can give some clues such as the 4 arithmetic rules, or some example such as 2 apples or 2 bananas in one bag. How many fruits do you have? And the fourth, give it encouragement in time. For example, if a learner solves the mathematical question, you can give some prize of the reward, such as candy or cookie. The encouragement can increase the learner's motivation for learning. So now you have known 4 teaching strategies. And then I will show you the data to show how helpful the scaffolding theory is. This data is about the effect of scaffolding in classroom. And let's look at this chart. This axis shows the two different measurement occasions, pre-measurement and post-measurement. And this axis shows the average average independent working time for the groups of students in seconds. And this dotted line shows the variation in scaffolding condition. And this solid line shows the variation in non-scaffolding condition. Okay, let's see. This dotted line, we can see a huge rise in the scaffolding condition from pre-measurement to post-measurement. Each group works independently for about 5 minutes. On average before the teacher came for support. And we can see at the post-measurement, the duration increased to about 10 minutes. The independent working time almost doubled from pre-measurement to post-measurement. About this solid line, the independent working time stays stable from pre-measurement to post-measurement in non-scaffolding condition, around the 3.7 minutes on average. The key point I want to show is the comparison of the changes between the different conditions. We can see the change in the scaffolding condition is more obvious than the change in the non-scaffolding condition. Therefore, we can note that the scaffolding condition can make the learner more able to complete the task independently, and temporary support can make learning more easier and more efficient for learners. So, how to sum up? Scaffolding means providing a learner with adequate support and diminishing support, and having them finish support independently. And I teach you 4 teaching strategies. First, understanding learners' ability and characteristics. Second, teaching learners step by step. Third, including clues or fun examples in your teaching. And fourth, giving encouragement in times. And from the child, we also know that the scaffolding theory can make them more able to solve the problem independently. There is a saying from psychology that goes, what a child can do today with assistance, she will be able to do by herself tomorrow. This is the core value of the scaffolding theory. The purpose of the giving help is not to make themselves to rely on you to complete the task, but enable them to solve the problem independently in the future. Try to add 4 teaching strategies in your teaching that will help you teach easily, effectively, and implicitly. This is the end of my talk. Do you have any questions?
Why the independent working time in scaffolding condition before teacher can for support still arrive?
So for your question, this is a very good question. And his question is about why the independent working time in the scaffolding condition before the teacher came for support still arrives. It's because I have mentioned that scaffolding theory not only be used between teacher or student, but also be used between peers. So when the student in the groups in the scaffolding condition, they will teach each other with the scaffolding teaching strategy, so that their independent working time still arrives before the teacher can for help. And there is not enough time to answer the other question. If you have any question, we can open another space to answer your question. Thanks for listening.